Alright, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Monday afternoon, and Bitcoin is taking a massive, huge dump. Blessings to everybody. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah, even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. Guys, we are short right now. I'm in 2 short trades right now. Alright? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Ramsey. He says Bitcoin dumped to 38K, then 77K maybe. It is true, maybe, man. Shout out to Houston. He says Polar. Holla, my dude. Shout out to Captain Call Out. Shout out to Anon A. Shout out to Seymour Liddy Cabrera. Shout out to Pineapple Love. He says, what's up, Jason? Yeshua, Jesus is King. Amen. I would agree with that 100%. And look at this, guys. Bitcoin right now is coming down to the zone in between the 786 and the 618 for a little bit of a bounce. And so, I am going to take profits quite a bit. $5,000 profit. Kaboom! $5,000 profit. Now I have a small short trade still open here in case of dumpage. Alright, look at that. Look at that. That's insane. Talk about doing nothing over the weekend. Man, that is wild. Praise God. What a huge blessing. What a huge blessing. Okay, now why did I take profits here? The reason I took profits here, guys, is for a number of reasons. I'm going to be talking about why we got this move to the downside. I'm going to be talking about what I think is going to be happening with Bitcoin in the future. Alright. I'm going to be talking about what can we expect. Is this a buy the dip moment? I asked everybody in the chat, are you guys buying this dip? Alright, and a lot of you guys said yes, which is quite interesting. A lot of people said yes. 62% are buying the dip. 39% are not buying the dip. Alright? Shout out to Machu Picchu. He says, hello, hello. Shout out to Vince Smears. He says, best short in my life thanks to you. Well, Vince, I'm not the one that hit the sell button for you, okay? So, God bless you and great work. And guys, this is the short trade setup we gave in the Casper crew, alright? So, look, we were looking for basically Bitcoin to take the highs with bearish divergences on the 1 hour, the 12 minute, the 6 minute, the 3 minute. Take profit one early at 43.4 and then hold the rest in case of dump. Well, guess what? We dumped, baby. The in case of dump is currently going on. This is insane. This short trade right now is up quite a bit in profit. Of course, this is a high leverage trade, but we've got about 558% in profit right now. Almost 11,000 unrealized profits. $3,000 realized for this trade, plus another 7,000 realized for this trade as well. Not so shabby. Praise God. All right, shout out to Hakuna Matata eating jalapeno peppers. This is spicier than a bunch of jalapeno peppers. This dump is crazier than Janet Yellen running through the woods with a laundry basket on her head with very toned abs, okay, because she bought the 6-second abs. But we can see by her face the bearish divergences are clearly printing as the price is getting higher. All right, we're going to be diving into this, and we're going to be talking about the bounce that we're getting right now from the golden pocket as well. All right, the bounce from the golden pocket is currently happening, which we do need to be aware of, y'all. Okay, bounce from the golden pocket is happening, so we do need to be aware. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Make sure to like the dang stream. If we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour of streaming, I will be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right, we'll be giving away 1,000 USDT. Shout out to Kelly B. Shout out to Vengar Singh. Any reversal point in the small time frame, we're going to be talking about it. Mario wants to know 40K, 40K, perhaps. The dump song, we might be looking at the dump song. shout out to BP. Why would you buy the dip extended too far? All right. Waiting for 39.6 before selling. All right. Shout out to Rendell. Okay, bro, I'll check my DMs. Shoot me another one right now so it's at the top of the list, bro. Shout out to Brett 2 cents. God bless you, man. Shout out to Moff. Shout out to DJ Monty. Shout out to Z Dubs. Would I long this golden pocket? I haven't really looked at the charts. So I'm about to dive in. You guys are about to get the raw, unfiltered TA for me because I have not looked at the charts since this morning. I was definitely interested in looking here for long. We're going to take a look, guys, and see what we can see. All right, we're going to take a look and see what we can see. So first of all, before we talk about the future, we need to talk about the past. All right, before we talk about the future, we do need to talk about the past because that will help us understand where we have come from. We won't know where we're going unless we know where we've come from, right? This applies in various different ways throughout life, physically, spiritually, metaphysically, right? So let's start with a blank chart, and let's take a look at what has happened here and how we found ourselves in this predicament. All right, so the Bitcoin price did, in fact, pump up last weekend to the price of about 44,540. All right, now keep in mind, this happened over a weekend. We got a very large move to the upside starting Saturday, December 2nd. We got a big old pumperoni and cheese, and then we started to range sideways up here. All right, now whenever you start to range, you have to understand that each range is in and of itself a zone to be taking trades, longs and shorts, okay? Most of the time, the price is going to be trading sideways, right? And whenever you see a sideways range, I was talking about this yesterday during the Sunday live stream, but you always want to mark out the high of the range and the low of the range because those are going to be the two places where you're really going to be looking for your trades, right? When the price starts forming a range, what do? We build stop losses above the highs and we build stop losses below the lows. So you're going to be looking for the fake outs and the stop ones. What happens? Well, basically, actually, this was our first low right here, right? What happens? We take our first low, we form some bullish divergences, we get to move back into the range. Then what happens? We take out the high with some bearish divergences, we get to move back into the range, okay? This is why we were looking for the short trade in the Casper crew from taking out these highs, right? Because if we're going to be looking for shorts, this is the place to do it. Now, we want to see bearish divergences on the chart. Well, look at this. If we go to the 1 hour time frame, we are seeing very clearly, as the price is making that high, we are seeing a pretty bearish divergence print here, right? We are seeing the momentum waves get lower and that money flow getting much lower over time, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish pectoral pattern, right? We could clearly see if we stretch the pectorals across market cipher B. Hang on. Sometimes it's hard to get those pecs to activate with a good stretch, but we could clearly see here that indeed we are, in fact, seeing the money flow getting lower on market cipher as well as those red pepperoni nips. And that is called a bearish divergence. At least that's the medical term for it. And yeah, so basically that gave us a move to the downside. And we wanted to hit a take profit 1 at the Fibonacci golden pocket retest. Now look at this. We did come down to hit that take profit 1 at the Fibonacci golden pocket retest for a little bounce and then bam, drop. Now here's the thing. We couldn't know for certain whether or not this drop was going to come because we've been printing bearish divergences all throughout this entire move to the upside, right? That's why I am such a huge proponent of taking the setups as they come to you, locking in a profit, and then letting the rest ride in case of dump. And then when the dump happens, then you can make yourself... I mean, this is insane, guys. This really is insane. All right, let's move this stop. This is insane because we are dumping like a wild woman right now. Bitcoin is absolutely dumping like a crazy wild lady. Sheesh, man. Sheesh. Okay, so what does this mean? Because this is right now what is happening. I have to be honest with you. If I take a look at market cipher B right now, right? If I take a look at market cipher B, I am in fact seeing some, how do I say this? Some pretty bearish signs, right? We got the bearish divergence on the 1 hour, and I don't like this 1 hour money flow here, right? It looks like it's coming down lower. So what we need to understand is two things. Number one, when we are looking at the higher term timeframes, like the daily, technically, there is nothing bearish necessarily about this chart yet. Why? Because we have not changed market structure on the daily time frame. Okay? We have not changed market structure on these high time frames. In fact, we would have to take out, to really have a real change in market structure, we would really have to take out at least this low here, right? That's a pretty big dump from this place. But that's really the case, because when we're looking at this market structure, we have our low, our high, higher low, higher 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 high. So this is really, this is the crucial level, right? But who cares about that, right? Because that's so far away. So what we need to do is we need to look at the lower time frames. When we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we are in fact losing a crucial level of support. And that is this right here, the last low that we made in this move to the upside. We are officially right now, we've taken it out the first time, and now we're getting a candle down there a second time, okay? If we close a daily candle below this green line of 41,121, more downside is not only possible, but it is probable. Okay, what does that mean? That means that when we get a bounce and a retest, we should be then looking for a lower high to be put in. Now, in the background of all this, right? Let's check this out here. Man, would you look at that crazy Bitcoin dump? Sheesh, man. This, you know, you never expect it, but when it happens, man. Okay, so in the midst of all this, right, we have to understand something else that's very important. Extremely important. This move to the upside became extremely unsustainable. First of all, we've been saying now for weeks that this entire structure here is building up liquidity under the lows. Meaning this, what we saw yesterday, where we had a very fast move down, could very easily continue all the way down here, back to the $31,000 area. And the reason why, and I'm not a bear, okay, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I hold a lot of Bitcoin on spot. Please don't get me wrong. I'm still long on Bitcoin. I mean, multiple Bitcoin longs still. Okay? Like, as you can see over here. Oh, yeah, okay, so look, I got stopped out. I got stopped out of this long right here. I got stopped out of this long, obviously, for a 0.2, almost made a quarter Bitcoin, but I'm still holding now some swing longs on Bitcoin, right? And even on other exchanges, I'm holding long. So I want to make it clear, I'm not a bear. I'm not rooting for Bitcoin to go down. You guys have to understand. All right? I'm in long trades in here as well. Okay? But here's what we need to really consider. When we got the breakout, especially the breakout from this area right here, I would say when we broke out of this $39,000 area, first of all, we did it on a weekend. What does that mean? It means we left behind a CME gap. We left behind a CME gap literally right at this exact support resistance flip. Okay? We also understand that when we broke out of that $39,000 level, we did so without making any support, right? We didn't make any support on the way up. We just have 5 massive blue candles in a row. The reason why this is such an important level is because this is literally the high volume node of the entire last bull market. Okay, when we zoom out here, I'm going to put the white line that we broke out of last weekend, right? This was the point of control of the entire last bull market. What does that mean? That does mean, guys, if this is going to be a proper breakout, we would expect that we would come down for a retest to retest our base, the base that we made right over here, to say that what used to be the ceiling is now the floor. It would actually be healthy for Bitcoin to get a move down to this area. Because if we get a move down to this area and we start to see bullish divergences from here, This is clearing out all the over-leveraged longs, which need to be punished. Why do they need to be punished? Because it's not normal to be able to high leverage long and keep adding to it for a whole week and not get liquidated, or at least stopped out. All right, this is unsustainable. If we want to really show that Bitcoin wants to hit that $50,000 target, we need the market to prove to us that what used to be the ceiling is now the floor, okay? So we do need to be aware that we have a gap. Again, that gap is right over here, right? We had the Friday candle close, and then we had that Monday candle open. I said Monday like one of those old white guys say. And then on Monday, she came over to my house and she was like, and then on Tuesday, I had some rum raisin ice cream for dessert. Then on Wednesday, Bitcoin broke out the dang candle, left the whole gap here waiting to be filled. Okay, right? We closed the Friday candle. We opened the Monday candle with that big old gap. And again, that gap is coming in right at the support resistance flip. We also have the Fibonacci golden pocket retest from that last low to the high, right in this zone. Again, we should be looking at a pullback as something that's healthy for the uptrend. Okay, this has become unsustainable. Now, what else do we need to be aware of? We also need to be aware that not only have we broken out of this high volume node, but we have also broken out of another very important level, which is this one down here, guys. This is the floor of the bull market, okay? It was support in January 2021. It was literally support at the beginning of 2021, support in the summer of 2021, flipped into resistance throughout the entire bear, and now we've broken out of that again. Now, I am not like, people get upset when I talk about downside, right? Because people love the hype. People love the hype, and they love when everyone's long on Bitcoin and it's going so well. Oh my goodness, would you look at this crazy? Okay, we're bouncing from the 786. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a bounce from the 786. This is literally insane, guys. This is literally insane. This dump is crazy, man. This dump is absolutely insane. All right? This dump is crazy. So, what we need to be aware of, guys, okay, is that if we lose this box here and we don't show that what used to be the ceiling is the floor, guess what? There is so much liquidity under these lows here because people were able to enter long trades, myself included, and then just trail the stop loss and add to the trade and add to the trade and add to the trade and add to the trade. What that means is people are going to get stopped out big time if we start to lose this level. Boom, 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 triggering all those stop losses. And every stop loss that gets hit is a sell order on the order book, which then pushes the price down lower. It creates a cascade effect very similar to what we saw last night with this wick here. Okay, look at this wick. This was not people shorting Bitcoin. That wick was caused by longs getting stopped out. Right, when we look at the order book here, what do we see? We see 332 million volume, and that was all longs getting absolutely wrecked. All right, look at this. That was all longs getting absolutely wrecked. Like literally everybody who was long. We need to go to a higher time frame. All right, let's go to the 2 hour. This is crazy, but man, so many longs got stopped out on this. I guess even people who longed from lower have gotten out of their positions because they saw this dump happening. They're like, all right, we're not going higher. Let me get out. So this was just longs getting liquidated right here. Okay. This can continue to happen along the way down, especially if we start to lose green box numero uno right around, $39,000, because the stop losses here are going to be insane, right? And then once we lose this, we have this giant inefficiency right here on this daily candle. And again, this would come back to retest the most important level that we have right now on the Bitcoin chart, which is that $31.5 thousand level. I don't think people understand how important that is. If we come down to retest 31K, guys, in my opinion, this could be like one of the juiciest opportunities that we have in Bitcoin, because here's why. just based on the way volume theory works, the fact that we are back inside of this old range and the fact that we've gotten such a bullish break means that we're most likely going to make another higher low on the macro. And this is the ultimate confluence right here at that $31-ish thousand level. In fact, if we take the golden pocket from the low to the high, would you look at that confluence? It couldn't get more beautiful than that, guys. We have a golden pocket. We have the value area low of the entire bull market. We have a massive support resistance flip going all the way back for, it's going on 3 years, a 3-year support resistance flip level in the middle of a massive uptrend. So these are right now the two most important levels for Bitcoin if we continue with this downtrend. But for me, first, and of course, we could bounce from here. Why? Because we are bouncing from a 786 fib level. Of course, anything could happen, but I would want to at least come down and test this level right here around 38.8-ish, because this is going to be area number one where the market needs to show what it's made of. Who is really driving this market? The bears or the bulls? Trying to make a pull, chilling in the front, in the boat, in the hull. All right? Man, shout out to everybody in the dang chat. Let's see here. Shout out to Dylan Waves. Shout out to Zigzag. Did I catch Tino's stream this morning? I did not. He's looking for a sweep of the lows, then take out the shorts. Well, that would be juicy. So that's another, if that's what Tino's looking for, that would also be very juicy. So I mean, look, if we come down a little bit lower to right here, and if we get a bounce from the point of control of the range, right? Let's say we get a bounce from the point of control of the range. Then what can we expect? If we do bounce from 38.5, let's say, because we're rounding here, then we would look for a move up to the value area high, the golden pocket, between $48,000 and $50,000. And honestly, let's be honest, if this was a lower time frame, we would be looking for a day trade setup based on this, right? If this was the 12-minute, the 10-minute, we would be looking for a day trade setup based on this, right? We could take our fib from this last low, right? We've got a golden pocket. We've got the point of control in a massive uptrend. We would tell ourselves, because we've reclaimed value area low, because we've reclaimed the high volume node, it's more probable that we still see that $50,000 Bitcoin, but we understand this move has become unsustainable. All right? It's become unsustainable. It cannot go on. All right? It's like you guys who lift weights, you know. You serious weightlifters out there, right? When you don't program correctly and just go balls to the wall day after day, do these heavy full body workouts, high intensity, high volume for a week or two, you feel like you could go on forever, right? But then what happens? Central nervous system hits a wall. You got to take a deload. You're either going to get injured, your body forces you to take a deload. You just can't push the weights at that same intensity and volume as you could, right? That's what Bitcoin did. She got a little overconfident, right? She was really enjoying those high rep heavy squats 3 times a week, not sleeping enough, not eating proper nutrition, trading too much instead of sleeping, looking at the blue light, not wearing the blue light filter glasses at night. Bitcoin needs a little bit of a deload. And here's the thing. We might come down to this POC, and this is why this is area numero uno for me of my target of 50K. Area numero dos is something like this. We bounce, we put the lower high, we lose it. And that's also a scenario that we do need to be aware of, okay? So we are currently getting a little bounce right now from the 786 Fibonacci, okay? We're currently getting a bounce from the 786 Fibonacci. This could be a significant bottom, I'm not gonna lie. Let's check out our market cipher indicator. All right, let's check out market cipher. How's she looking? 12-minute time frame. I would say this, 12-minute time frame, we don't have a bullish divergence, but we do have bullish money flow. Check out our 24-minute time frame. Same deal, no bullish divergence. Money flow looks like crap. 1 hour. Let's check out the 1 hour. And hang on. Let's go to a different chart here because that's my main chart for trading. I don't want the noise. Okay. Let's just do some analysis on Market Cipher, okay? So the daily time frame is clearly printing the red dot. We talked about this last week, how every single red dot we've gotten, even in this uptrend, has given us a little bit of a correction here, even above the 0 line. So we got the red dot. That gave us about a 5% correction. Then we got that second red dot, which gave us about a 7% correction. We got that third red dot up here, which all in all gave us about a 6% correction. We got this red dot right here, which ended up giving us about a 10% correction. All right, we got this red dot. These red dots gave us each about a 5% correction. Now we're printing this dot, which so far has given us about a 10% correction. Nothing out of the ordinary yet on the daily time frame. Okay, let's go down to our 4 hour. How are we looking here? Okay, so I have to be honest with you guys. I kind of like what I see right now. Here's why. Here's why. As long as Bitcoin doesn't lose this zone here, all right, let's put a thick white line. All right, speaking of thick and white, shout out to my wife. I love you, wife. Look at this, right? Look at this thick white line here. As long as we don't lose this thick white line, we will be printing, if we come down to here, which again is a major support, a hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. What is a hidden bullish divergence? It's a continuation pattern in an uptrend, right? We can see from the last low to a potential future low, Market Cipher B will be making a lower momentum wave. This is called a hidden bullish divergence. The last time we saw this hidden bullish divergence was right over here before that massive move to the upside. Bitcoin made a higher low in the uptrend, right? And it was followed by a lower low on Market Cipher B. That is called a hidden bullish divergence. And so if we get a really oversold momentum wave on the 4 hour, that to me could be a very bullish sign if the lower time frames are also printing bullishness. So based on the 4 hour, I say we could potentially print a very nice hidden bullish divergence. Now let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour money flow to me looks pretty dang bearish. All right, money flow is getting lower. This momentum wave, it is potentially able to give us a regular bullish divergence. It could give us the uneven butt cheek pattern, right? Let's go ahead and do a little in-depth analysis here. Okay, look at this. We can clearly see the left cheek, potentially the right cheek starting to form. All right. Potentially could give us a bullish divergence here. Okay. So keep in mind, if the 4 hour is giving us that hidden divergence and the 1 hour is giving us the regular uneven butt cheek pattern, that could be a nice bottom at support. However, the money flow is looking bearish here on the 1 hour. In fact, money flow is lower now than it was back here. So that's a little bit concerning if we're looking for hidden divergences. However, we could see that potentially now we are getting the hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour, right? We're making potentially a higher low, and we are seeing the momentum waves now making a lower low, and so we're seeing a hidden divergence potentially with now a regular divergence, okay? So totally out of loss for hope right now because we are seeing as this price action develops, potentially is getting a little bit bullish. Now let's go to our 24-minute. That's my next major time frame to look at. Okay, we could see here that the money flow is definitely getting lower here. So what I would really want to see for like a perfect signal is I would want to see bullish divergences on the lower time frames as we come down to this area, right? I would want to really start to see this going like this. And I would want to start to see that money flow really getting higher. As soon as we see that money flow getting higher on the 24-minute, to me, that's what I want to see, right? The Sam Bankman-Fried bullish man boob pattern, right? We want to see the money flow getting higher over time. That's a major signal, right? That's a major signal. Let's see here. Yeah. See, look at the money flow on Sam Bankman-Fried. See how it's getting higher over time? not only are the nipples getting higher, but also the money flow is getting higher. That's what we do want to see here. All right. So that would be the next major area I'd be looking at. Okay, I'm not going to say that we can't get a bounce from where we're at, because we are at the local 786 where we're currently holding support. But I would not be surprised if we come lower. All right, man. Shout out to the Casper crew taking the dang short trade. All right, this is where my trading style does shine, because a lot of people don't understand why I short all the time and hold for tiny little profits. Like, Jason, why are you doing that? Why do you take a short and leave like thousands of dollars on the table and close it for what could have been like a $2,000 win for like a $300 win? Why do you do that? It's because as long as I'm making something, I consider that a victory, guys. As long as I'm making something, consider that a victory, a success. And then because I know it could dump, I hold a portion of it. And that's where you get the juicy trades, right? That's where you rack in these juicy trades. You know what I'm saying? So all these shorts that I've taken throughout the past few weeks, you know, $300, $200, $1,000, some good ones in here, right? $300, couple $100. All right, all the shorts I've taken the past few weeks, I haven't lost anything on them. I've made on them, but then when you get that good one, because you took a small profit and held, now you're really, that's where the money's made, right? Small win, small loss, big win, right? That's what CryptoFace say. And also, you know, now I've locked in a nice win on some of these shorts here. I've locked in a nice win on some of these shorts. All right, so we are bouncing, guys, from the 786 Fibonacci if the low is in. And I say this, not that I believe the low is in, but I'm saying if the low is in, this is where we get our higher low, right? Because that's just where price will retrace to. That area between the 618 and the 786 Fibonacci. All right? Fibonacci. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, we got like 1,500 people in here. 300 likes, man. If only we got 1,000 likes in the first half hour. Okay, we'll give it another 7 minutes. If we can get 1,000 likes in the next 7 minutes, I will give away 1,000 USDT. All right, we'll share these juicy profits with you, the viewers. All right, well, we just need those 1,000 likes. Shout out to my man, Lil Trailblazer X. He said, is there potentially a good buying opportunity coming up? Well, Lil Trailblazer X, just go back and watch the first half hour of the stream, and you will see the two extremely juicy potential buying areas. All right, shout out to Lane Hughes in the chat, man. Lane Hughes, do you think this is it, man? Do you think we're going to 16K? All right. Yep, we're at a key area right now, says Aaron G. Absolutely. We are in a key area right now. Shout out to Swashbuckling Scullywags. Shout out to Woof Woof. Appreciate you, man. God bless you. God bless you all. Where's CryptoFace? I don't know, man. CryptoFace does his thing. CryptoFace is out there living the life, going on vacations, traveling around. You know, he only comes to the charts when there's big money to be made. Right? He's not scalping the 5 second like your boy. All right. All right. There's no bull div, y'all tripping. Look, I'm not saying there's a bull div here. Okay, I'm saying if we come down to some of these targets, we could potentially be forming some nice bullish signs on the chart, right? We should not be getting extremely bearish just yet, guys. We should not be getting extremely bearish just yet. The only way I will become extremely bearish is, honestly, if we lose 31K. Then I will say, yeah, we're probably going down to 16K. Why would I say that? Well, because price is always trading sideways. Always, right? So right now, we have a clearly defined high and a clearly defined low, right? I mean, this is... I don't mean to oversimplify it, but it really is this simple, right? These are the three major levels for Bitcoin, okay? We've got around 18K, we've got around 30K, and we've got around 50K. Because we've reclaimed 30K, 50K is the most probable level right now. If we lose 30K, coming back down to below 18K will be the most probable level. People get upset. That's just technical analysis, right? This is why, you know, this is why I got bullish when we broke out of 30K. I was feeling bearish for the longest time. You guys follow the channel. You guys know as we were coming back up to resistance, I was looking for short trades. I had a grandmaster plan to short Bitcoin all the way back down to the low of the range. What happened? We broke out and I started making bullish content because the environment changed, right? The environment changed. People are like, why are you getting bullish after a breakout? It's because the environment has changed. The chart has changed. The probabilities have changed, right? That's why. All right, how's Bitcoin doing? She is getting a little bit of a bounce from the 786, guys, okay? She's getting a little bit of a bounce from the 786. Okay, maybe there's still hope here. All right, maybe we don't have to sell everything just yet. Maybe we don't have to sell everything just yet. All right, we got 4 minutes to get 1,000 likes to do a 1,000 USDT giveaway. This is pretty crazy, guys. This is pretty insane. All right, so this trade, I've taken out most of it, right? This trade, I've taken out most of it. This is the trade where I've locked in my real profits on the short. So I'm going to let the rest of this short ride, guys. I'm going to let this one ride to lower prices, okay? I've locked in right now $10,000 guaranteed profit. I've still got another $13,000 unrealized for the short side. If we keep dumping, I want to be able to make more money on the dump. For me, a 10K profit is absolutely amazing, a huge blessing. Can't even believe it. That's insane. So I'll take it. I will take it. And of course, if the shorts get stopped out, you guys know I'm still holding the longs from earlier, from lower. So I have no reason to FOMO. I have no reason to fear. Long and short. That's how to do it, my dear. I just wrote that on the spot. I know what you guys are thinking, man. What a poet. I know. I know. All right. All right, Swashbuckling Scullywag says, sell my HODL bags? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I'm not selling. Well, I did sell some of my HODL bags. I made a video about it. But look. Yeah, I sold some of my HODL bags. But look. If you got a plan, you got to take those profits, right? If you have a plan, you have to make sure that you actually realize that plan. If you have a certain amount of money that you need to do a thing that's your goal, then sell your spot Bitcoin. I don't care if Bitcoin's going to $1 million. If I have something I need to do now, I'm going to do that thing. Plus, I'm not here to watch the number go up in the bull market and down in the bear market. I'm here to acquire real world tangible assets, baby. I'm here to build the infrastructure on my homestead. I'm here to install better fencing for my animals, to expand my gardens, to plant more fruit trees. All this kind of stuff I'm doing here, so I have real stuff, right? So if you got a goal and you can reach that goal by selling some spot Bitcoin, there is no shame in that, man. There's no shame in that. No shame in that. Shout out to Splashfire Films. He longed the 786, baby. Shout out to Space Lord. That's funny. All right, guys, we got 1 minute to get 1,000 likes. We just need 250 likes. If everyone likes the video right now, we have more than enough likes to give away 1,000 USDT. All right. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Shout out to Menno. Shout out to Luca. Shout out to Mike Kamara. Altcoins are pumping while Bitcoin takes a crap. That's bullish. Is that bullish? It depends, right? It depends. All right, let's take a look at some other assets here, guys. As we are watching the utter collapse of the entire crypto infrastructure. Just kidding. My next take profit on Bitcoin is 0. Just kidding. Yeah, let's take a look at some other assets here. All right, I want to take a look at the S&P 500, guys, because I'm still long on SPX, the setup we gave in the Casper crew, just like the juicy short setup from the Casper crew. Man, shout out to the Casper crew. Man, you guys are amazing. Casper crew, you guys are killing it on all these altcoins. I'm primarily just trading Bitcoin. So look, one of the things that's keeping me a little bit more bullish on Bitcoin is the fact that the stock market's pumping. And in my opinion, I've been saying this for a long time, and you know, I've been saying this for a long time, I do think we're going to take the high from January 2022. It just makes the most sense to me. All the other highs have been taken, and we're still holding strong. And look, if we take that high from 2022, what will we see on Market Cypher B? The most insane, upside down, Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man breast pattern. I mean, extremely bearish. And so look, because the stock market still has room to the upside here, and because Bitcoin has shown a major sign of strength, breaking out not only above the value area low of the previous bull market range, also above the point of control, it actually makes sense to me that we do see Bitcoin get another big pump to that area of around that $48 to $50,000 zone. And we see the S&P get another big move up to around 48.26-ish. Right? That is something that I'm keeping in mind here. I'm still holding the long literally from the exact bottom on BingX, right? If you want to trade crypto, do it on MEXC because the fees are so dang low. If you want to trade the S&P 500 using crypto as your margin, I'm trading it on BingX. All right, I'm trading it on BingX. I don't have it logged in on my computer, but let me see here. Just so that you guys know, I'm not making it up. I am long from the low which I guess I can't show. What the heck? Hang on, 1 second. 1 second. Watch this. Let me see. Boom. All right, there we go. Now I can show. This is the open position right now. I've literally closed most of the trade. I'm just letting the rest of it ride. Okay? So yeah. We are long on the S&P, shooting for that higher target. And I do believe we could see crypto and the S&P put in that high because we're just below key areas of resistance. Now the dollar. This is what's throwing a monkey wrench in my plans, guys. A monkey ranch. Like the ranch dressing, all right? I wanted the dollar to come down a little bit more here and come down to make another low, while Bitcoin and the stock market make another high. And I'm still kind of holding out for that to happen, but it's not quite happening. It looked like it was going to happen, right? It looked like it was going to happen. We're going to have a money flow cross here. So as long as the dollar isn't going to reclaim 104.532, I'd say there's actually kind of a good chance that we just do something like this, which will allow Bitcoin to hit that level, right? If the dollar keeps pumping, Bitcoin could dump a little bit more to our key supports. Dollar could pump a little bit more to key resistance. We can see the S&P 500 pump a little bit more to key resistance. Everything can converge together for a nice convergence, all right? Yeah, so on MEXC, it's Geo. You do need to hold 1,000 MX tokens to get that discount on fees, absolutely. Shout out to Pike. It's the 5th day of Chanukah, or as we say here, Chanukah, the 5th day of Chanukah, or Chanukah, if you speak redneck. Shout out to Crypto Cowpoke. He visited the Monkey Ranch in Nevada. It's not the same as the Chicken Ranch. Don't go. Why do I think the dollar will gain strength? Shout out to Bullish Vision. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. God bless you. Shout out to Ahmad. He says it's time to go to Flying Saucer Land. The reason why I think the dollar is going to pump again, guys, is because of this, all right? I'm just looking at the Bitcoin cycles and how the dollar always dumps when Bitcoin pumps, okay? Always. Now, look at this. This right here was basically the beginning of the massive bull market of 2016 and 2017. Right here. The dollar made a nice high, and then it made a higher high with a massive bearish divergence on market cipher B, and then we started the crypto bull market. Again, in 2020, right? Right around the time of the halving, the dollar once again made a high, came up for a higher high with a juicy bearish divergence on market cipher B, and we begin the bull market. And again, we're seeing that same pattern play out. Look at how money is coming out of the dollar here. Okay? I do believe we could see something very similar where the dollar does pump again, leading up into the Bitcoin halving, which is the white line, with a very gnarly bearish divergence like this, which will kick off the real bull market. Okay? That's what I believe. So, I am in the camp still that we are going to see some kind of a pullback in stocks, some kind of a pullback in crypto, maybe a consolidation before the halving, before the big hurrah, which is why I'm being cautionary and saying, look, we need to take this thing level to level here on Bitcoin, right? We can't just say that we're going straight to an all-time high because we had a week of massive blue candles. That's the last time to be thinking that we're going to be hitting a new all-time high, right? In order for this move to be healthy, we do need to have a pullback, right? Could we get an unhealthy pump with just relentless? Of course we could. Of course we could. We've seen this before in 2020. But here's the thing, the halving isn't here yet, right? I'd say we're in this territory, okay? The bear market rally still, before the halving, right? We go back in time again. Well, we can't go back in time too much on here, but we go back to the index. Let's go to the index. Where's the index? Aha, yeah. We go back again the time before that, right? We got the, in this whole area right here. Although we didn't get such a big dump like we did in 2000, we didn't get as big of a dump as we did with the Black Swan event, we still got a rally after the bottom was in, about 100%, and then before the halving happened, we get a 50% move to the downside and then off to the races, right? Same deal, right? We get the bear market rally, and then we get that dump before the real pump. So I don't see why we wouldn't expect that to happen again. In my opinion, we should want that to happen for two reasons. Number one, if you do believe in the fundamentals and the long-term bullishness of Bitcoin, you do want to get some on the cheap, right? I mean, don't you want to buy cheaper Bitcoin knowing it's going to pump? And number two, it just makes the move more healthy, more sustainable. We can say for certain, if we bounce from here, let's say, we can be more certain that, yeah, this is a key support. I'm comfortable buying here because I know I'm buying support instead of just buying in the middle of this never-ending pump. You know, over here, it's like, we never know when the top's going to be in, right? We never know. We never know. All right, let's check out Bitcoin. Guys, she is bouncing from the 786. All right, we can see she is getting the bounce from the 786 right now. Okay, so this is very, very key. This is a very, very key moment for Bitcoin right now, as we are getting a bounce from the Fibonacci 786. All right, from the low to the high. We're basically putting in a bit of a double bottom. Let's see how the order book is looking at this. Okay, so we do have some bullish CVD. Let's check out the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, we've definitely got bullish CVD here, guys. We have a lot of shorts opening up at the low that have gotten absorbed here. Look at this. Look at this. So basically from this wick here, we've just seen shorts open up. Short, 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 short. We've got shorts opening up. Short, 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 short. And this entire time, open interest has kind of increased here. And the CVD is getting lower. This is bullish absorption. This could very well be a significant bottom here. Again, as I said before, if the bottom is in here, this is our opportunity. Now, I'm personally not opening up a new trade here. All right, I'm in trades already that I've added to. So I don't need to open a fresh trade here. If I was not in a trade, I would be very cautious longing here. But nonetheless, we have to acknowledge that if the low is in, this is our opportunity to long. Personally, I would rather come lower because that just seems more probable. That just seems a tad bit more probable. What's my thoughts on Pyth? I don't know anything about Pyth besides the fact that Ben Armstrong thinks it's a good coin. That's all I know about it, okay? That's literally all I know. Shout out to Tom Crown. Guys, make sure to go subscribe to Tom Crown, all right? Me and Tom Crown are getting a collab going soon, so make sure to go subscribe to Tom Crown if you enjoy good content, all right? He's definitely a much better YouTuber than I am. If you don't understand fibs, go watch his newest video about fibs. Alright? It's the best video on fibs I've ever seen. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He just trained chest. The man boobs are bigger than the stanky banky. Nice, bro. Nice. Can't go wrong training chess. Shout out to Tom Crown again. Shout out to Barry the Rave. Shout out to Thor in the chat, holding it down with the wrench. Shout out to Paul. He says, we need a correction before 48K and the halving and then boom to all-time high. I agree, man. We do need a correction. Like, we need a correction. We absolutely need a correction. Shout out to Tom Crown again in the chat. Shout out to Tom Crown again in the chat. Shout out to Suicidal Trader. Do I consider myself a redneck? You know, I wish I was more of a redneck than I am, Suicidal Trader. I wish I was more of a redneck. I've tried to embrace more redneck qualities about myself. I've tried to do more things, DIY, you know, around the property and build things out of like random things and be like resourceful. And, but you know, I'm not as redneck as I wish I was. All right, I'm definitely not as redneck as I wish I was. All right, yeah, that's true. We gotta get a collab. Tom Crown, Jason Casper, and Da Vinci. All right, we're gonna take a look at some other We're going to take a look at some other assets here, guys. But in the meantime, as usual, I have to pee, as I always do during every stream, because I sweat more than every other crypto YouTuber, because I walk more than every other crypto YouTuber, and so I drink more than every other crypto YouTuber. And so, man, I gotta go. So you guys watch the charts for me. Make sure I don't get liquidated. Smash up the like button, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. I call you Papa Casper. Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. We are back. I want you to say hi to Papa Casper. He's on the phone with me right now. What's going on, Papa Casper?
Howdy, y'all. How are you? I tried to long it, and I lost everything, and I even lost my teeth.
You had to sell your teeth?
I had to sell my teeth. Look, man.
That's crazy, man. How much?
Yeah, man. I tried to long the dip, and I lost my lip.
You tried long the dip, you lost your lip.
I longed the dip, and I lost my lip, meaning I lost my teeth. I can't afford it, so I'm going to have to do something to get it back. I'm hoping Jason Casper could help me out a little with the teeth. You know, because all I really want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Actually, my 4 front teeth.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Well, you know, I shorted Bitcoin, so you should have been in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, man. You could have kept your teeth and then some.
I know, I should have, but I was too busy doing other stuff. I couldn't get in today, so I lost that opportunity. But
dang.
Maybe next time. I'm coming down to the farm to see you in a little bit.
Oh, you're coming down to the farm?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I may need some food from you.
Yeah, well,
today.
I got you, man. We got potatoes fresh from the farm.
Whatever you can give us, man. We're starving down here in Jersey.
Yeah, I believe that. You just doxed yourself. Everyone knows where Papa Casper lives.
Did I say Jersey? No, I didn't mean Jersey. I meant Yugoslavia.
Oh, Yugoslavia, yeah. That's right.
Happy holidays, y'all.
All right, Pops, I love you, man. I'll talk to you, all right?
Bye.
All right, bye. All right, well, that was Papa Casper. Yep. So you got to be careful out there, guys. Buying the dip, all right? You got to be careful buying the dip, all right? Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see. What other assets can we take a look at now, guys? What else should we look at? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What else should we take a look at? Cardano. All right, let's look at Cardano. Let's take a look at Cardano. Oh man, Cardano. You know what? I welcome this pullback. I welcome it because look at this, man. Cardano. We know, just like Bitcoin, Cardano has a really, really nice support resistance flip just below us, right? Look at this. Just like Bitcoin, man. We have a really nice level, 45 cents. It's the value area high of the range. It's the golden pocket retest. I mean, if things are going to remain bullish here if things are going to remain bullish, whoa. Crap. Whoa. Do I have audio? Man, I hate when I think I have a short in my wire here, guys. All right. Let me see. All right, we're good again. Yeah, so look, Cardano basically did the same thing as Bitcoin. We came down, but this is still, in my opinion, has more downside. We kind of stopped in the middle of nowhere here. Let's go ahead and pull a fib from the most recent low to high. Okay, so we did get a bounce directly from the 618. And let me just say, from experience, whenever you typically bounce directly from the 618 like this, a lot of times it means you're going to come down for another low. A lot of times it means you're going to come down for another low. So I would really be watching that 46 cent level on Cardano, guys, because that seems to be where the support resistance flip is. Just like Bitcoin needs to test its base, coming back down to the 39K level. That's really the last major support resistance flip on Cardano, going all the way back to April 2023, you know? So shout out to the super chat, Overcome. Did I ever do tire flipping? I did once in my brother's backyard. He does that. Shout out to Ahmad. He says, "You are very smart, bro. I respect you, deserve the best." Well, I don't know if I'm smart, and I don't know if I deserve anything, but God bless you, Ahmad. And thank you so much for being in the chat. I really appreciate you. All right, let's check out DOT. Now, honestly, guys, I believe that ADA is going to pump like crazy during the bull market. Check out DOT. How's that looking? Man, all these coins are in the same boat. I'll tell you, all these coins are in the same boat right now. Okay, so, like, the obvious support resistance flip on DOT is the golden pocket, just like all of this stuff, man. You know? We've got that clear support resistance flip right at the golden pocket. I don't like any of that volume, but hang on. Oh man, I really don't like the volume. Okay, so look at this. We've forced some confluences here. The uptrend, the move up, value area high is right at the golden pocket. And point of control, just below 786. Support resistance flip. If this thing will continue, then this is the place to look. $5.80. All right. Again, guys, it really depends on what Bitcoin does. We need to watch, because if Bitcoin loses 39K, we could have a fast move down to 31K, and we know what will happen. We will dump straight down to Sheol, guys. Straight down to South Carolina. Right? If you don't lose a stop loss, guys, you're gonna definitely lose your teeth. All right? Yeah, you'll definitely lose your teeth. Okay, so yeah, that would be an area for Polkadot that I would be aware of. In general, guys, I would say that I like this bottom on Polkadot. Like, we have bullish divergences on the daily. We have a bullish money flow divergence on the weekly. If we're not going to bounce locally, I would look for the golden pocket pull here. I would look for something like this. Let's go ahead and pull this. Oh yeah. Like, if we're going to drop down a lot more, this is going to be massive support. Around $5. Massive support. Golden pocket, value area low, high volume node after getting a weekly bullish divergence. First of all, you know, we would look for this area here. But if we don't lose that, if we don't hold that, this is definitely a juicy area. Right around that $5 zone. Right around that $5 zone. And again, we want to see, like, as we come down to that zone, right? We don't just long levels because they're levels. We wait for our confirmations, right? That's how I trade. I have an idea, right? I would short this if the following, we got that, so I shorted it. If we didn't get that, then I don't short it. It's that simple. So if we come down here, what do we want to see? I would want to see, honestly, at least a hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour, maybe even a regular bullish div, right? I would love to see a really deep oversold wave on the 4 hour, right? That's coming lower than this one, right? So as we come down to make a bit of a higher low here in the uptrend, we see that deep momentum wave continuation pattern. And then on the lower time frames, we want to see the uneven butt cheeks forming, right? So the higher time frames, hidden bullish. On the lower time frames, we want to see the regular bullish uneven butt cheek pattern on market cipher B, looking just like this, right? So we want to see this on like the 1 hour and the 24 minute and the 15 minute and all that. All right, Bitcoin's starting to get another little bit of a move down here, guys. She's dumping. She's a dumping. She's a dumping. All right, shout out to Nathan Ward. Can we look at XCN? XCN? Never heard of it. XCN. Yeah, all right, we'll check it out for you, my man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's take a look at XCN. Never heard of this thing. Wow. So look, I'm gonna say the same thing I always say when people give me a chart like this. I don't know what the heck this thing is. We just had a massive pump to the upside. If you're feeling bullish on this long term after a 300% move to the upside, I would wait for a pullback. Something simple to like the golden pocket right here around 15,120, because it's the last support resistance flip we have. We're just using the most basic TA. If we get a move down to here like this, if you're super bullish on it, this is where I would start to DCA. I mean, if you're bullish on this long term, okay? I don't know what this is. I would never trade this, because I don't know what it is, and this market structure is not conducive for trading profitably over time, right? This is a gamble coin, meaning you're trading it based on fundamentals or hype or something other than technical analysis. The only thing I can do here is say, if you feel that this really has potential, then I would wait for a pullback, and the place to wait would be golden pocket 786 zone, right? This is where I would start to buy. That's all I can say. All right, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Crypto Viking. Am I in a long? I am in a few longs, but they're from lower. All right. They're from lower. All right, Render. All right. Before we take a look at Render, I do want to address Logan Bundy. It says, Jason, how many bear divs have printed in the last 3 weeks? All of them turned into pumps. How do you find which bear divs are valid in a market pump? Well, here's the thing, man. I know this is going to sound crazy, but we can't really know. All right? We can't really know. But here's the thing. All the bear divs I've shorted, okay? These are the trades I've taken, the short trades. Look at them all. Most of them are very small profits. A couple $100 here and there, right? My point is this. We can't know which one is going to be the one. when we're in an uptrend and we are going to be shorting, we need to approach it with the following mindset. We have a bearish div, which means there's an opportunity for a short scalp, right? And so we need to take profit early and then move the stop loss to the entry to ensure a small profit, at least no loss. At least no loss. And then we keep some of the trade open in case of dump, right? This is literally my mindset. The last short trade, the short I'm in now, this juicy, massive short trade up $15,000 could have been a $200 win, just like the rest of those trades I just showed you. But we hold some. Why? In case of dump. I mean, that's how you do it, right? That's the way to do it. That's the only way. That's the, crap. Did I just lose audio? No, I'm back. That's the only way to do it. And so we can't know which one is going to be crazy like this. But I will tell you, for me, it works really well psychologically to take the trade setups that are presented to you, ensure you're not going to lose money on it, and then just let the rest ride. Let the chips fall where they may, man. That's how I get into these juicy swing trades, honestly. That's how I do it. I'm just taking a setup as it comes, and then I take a profit. I make sure I'm not going to lose. I hold some in case of dump or in case of pump. And over time, this has helped me very much so psychologically, because I'm not always trying to freak out. Oh no, is this the top? Is this the top? Is this I don't know. I don't care. It might be. I don't know. You know? I mean, if you see my live stream from yesterday, I was actually kind of convinced that we were going to get another move to the upside, but I didn't close the short because I'm letting my plan play out, right? I can trade a short idea and a long idea at the same time because nothing's guaranteed in these markets, okay? We're not guaranteed to get a move up. We're not guaranteed to get a move down. But what we can do is we can identify those areas where price is likely to get a move. We can take a trade, and then we can make sure we're not going to lose money. Like even now, this long trade here. So when I'm in here, I added to a long that I was in before. I've got the stop loss underneath the entry. I'm letting it play out. I'm letting it play out in case we make a higher low. And if this long gets stopped out, I'm going to lose like $1,000 on the stop loss. Still is going to net me like a $3,700 profit on the long. So I consider that a win, right? I'm very lackadaisical, leaving profits on the table. Because as long as I'm making something and raking and locking it in over time, it's about making money slow over time. It's not about getting every possible thing, right? So that is the deal with the bear divs in the uptrend and the bull divs in the downtrend. All right, let's take a look at render. Let's take a look at render. Wow. Okay, so render. Would you look at that? We got a breakout and a perfect retest of that key support resistance flip. We do have a red dot on the daily, but that is pretty cool. Sorry, red dot on the weekly. Whoa. That is pretty cool. What is this level? This is just those highs. This, honestly, to me, looks bullish just based on the candles alone. Just based on the candles alone, that bounce to me looks bullish. Not only did we bounce from that support resistance flip, but we bounced from the golden pocket. And we have not yet changed market structure at all on this coin. So, yeah, that is quite not bearish. Let's do some analysis, just some market cipher analysis here. So, we didn't even make bearish divs really on the 4 hour. Slightly, we definitely did with money flow. Yeah, we did with the momentum waves too, but it doesn't look super toppy. The 1 hour definitely does look a little bit more toppy, but not really, right? I mean, I would say that this looks the most bullish out of all the coins we've looked at today. Okay, the weekly has a red dot. So let's assume that we are going to get a pullback here. This is a really nice uptrend. If we lose this green line, let's go ahead and pull the fib from the last low to the high. We're going to analyze the volume here. Let's pull it back. Let's see what we got. Wow. Yeah, so I would say this. I mean, just based on this, if we lose the green line, the value area high at $2 is going to be our next support. All right, value area high at $2, next support. And yeah, this is an uptrend that's looking pretty strong, I'm not going to lie. So if we do come down to here, this would definitely be the place I would look for my next bounce. I would just be kind of cautious because it would be officially now a change of market structure here for the first time in a long time. But yeah, if this uptrend will continue, this is a really nice area around $2. I don't know really what render is, but it definitely looks more bullish than these other coins. Yeah, that $2, we also have a nice area at around $1.70, which is a high volume node. Actually, like $1.70 better than the $2 zone for the following reason. $1.70 was support in January 2022. It was resistance in May 2022. It was support throughout April and May 2023. Support in July, resistance in August, resistance flipped to support in October, and we have a low down below there, and it's a golden pocket and a high volume node. So if we just look at this actually, in my opinion, if we're going to look at just this chunk of price action here, we got ourselves a nice low, high, a higher low, a higher high, higher low here, and then we can make a higher high. So I'd say $1.70 is definitely juicier than $2, mostly because of the liquidity that we have down here, right into a high volume node. Yeah, interesting. That's $1.70 I would definitely be interested in, but so far this bounce looks pretty bullish. That's a nice bounce right from that key zone of support. I really like that CDW and everything. I mean, we took the liquidity right into that level. That's beautiful. TA right there. All right. Alrighty. Alright, guys. Man, it's been a good stream. I do have to head out, but God bless you all in Jesus' name. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you're super blessed. May the Lord bless you. May He protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. May the Lord turn His face towards you and give you wholeness. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Peace!